Good morning, one and all. So, in this today's class, we will be studying about uh, financial instruments. Okay, we'll study meaning of financial instruments and what are the classification of financial instruments. So, this is a large part of structuring in Indian financial system. So first, we have studied about financial market, second, financial institution, and last is about financial instrument. Okay. So first, we will be studying what is financial instrument. Okay. Usually, what happens? Financial instruments are the assets. Okay. It is one kind of financial instruments are assets means which we can be traded easily. Okay, financial instruments are one type of asset, means where we can buy as well as we can sell those assets. For those we call as financial instruments. Like example, we have shares, debenture, government securities, where we can easily tradable. For them, we call as financial instruments. Okay, these are the assets where we can be traded easily. And one more we have, it is an evidence of ownership. It is an evidence of ownership of a part of something as stock and share. It shows, okay, financial instrument, it shows one kind of evidence of ownership, means it shows one kind of proof that we have purchased of some company share, that it shows one kind of evidence or proof that we have owned or we have purchased some company share. Okay, understood? It shows some evidence or ownership. Okay, and it is an evidence. Okay, usually financial instrument shows some evidence, proof of which something ownership, means something we have buy some company shares. Like example, we have purchased some Reliance shares or some other company shares. It shows ownership or it shows some proof. That is called a financial instrument. Understood? And as well as, wait a minute. Now it is audible, my voice, all of you. Now it is audible, now it is clear. See, financial instruments are the assets, means where we can be easily tradable. Oh, wait a minute. Wait 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, if any problem, tell me. Now it is audible. Okay, we'll start the meeting once again. See, financial instruments. For them, they are some like of assets where we can easily tradable in the market. For example, we have shares, we have debentures, where we can easily buy those assets and we can sell in the market. Okay, as well as it is one kind of evidence. Okay, financial instrument, it shows one kind of evidence, means proof that we have purchased some company's share. Okay, as well as it is one kind of monetary contract. Okay, we also call it is one kind of monetary contract between two parties. Okay, financial instrument is, the financial instruments are we can call as it is a monetary contract between two parties. One party is buying, purchasing and selling those financial instruments. Okay, understood? It is a monetary contract between whom? Between two parties. So this was the meaning of financial instrument. Understood? Means in simple are those assets which we can be tradable in the market, means where we can buy as well as sell those assets. Like example, we have shares or debentures. Certain we have mutual funds, and it is also show some evidence or proof, or it is a contract, a monetary contract between two parties. Okay. So next we will going this topic same. See, financial instruments are those tradable instruments, something having monetary value. In this we have two types, like is equity as well as debt. Equity means ownership. Okay, means how we can buy those assets. It says first is equity. Equity means what? We want to purchase something, product or services through which we want some ownership. For them we call as equity. Understood? Equity means ownership based security, means we want to buy certain products, assets or as well as services through which we want get some ownership. For them we call as equity, means we want to purchase some asset from certain companies through which we want get some ownership. For them we call as equity. Here what happens, where the risk will be more. Of course you're purchasing some goods through we are getting some ownership. Here what happens, where the risk will be more compared to where the return will be high. For them we call as equity. Understood? Understood. And next we have debtor. Means here what happens, we want to give some loan to other companies. We want to provide some loans to other countries. For them we call as debtor. Here what happens, where the risk will be less. Risk will be less automatically. For providing something loan to the other companies, we get some return where the risk will be less, and of course here what happens, the return also will be very high. Understood about equity and debt? Okay, equity means where we want to buy certain products through which we want get some ownership. For them we call as equity, means we want to buy purchase some Reliance company shares we can buy. Of course here what happens, the risk will be more. Sometimes the share price will be high or sometimes the share price will be less. Of course we are risk will be having. Sometimes the return will be high. Second, okay, debtor means where we want to give something loan to other companies or business. For them we call as debtor. Here what happens, where the risk will be less as well as the return will be high. Okay, for them we call as debtor. Next we will move, that is classification of financial instrument or as well as assets. Okay, for financial instrument we also call as financial assets as well as. Okay, don't make confused. Okay, for financial instrument we also call as financial assets or financial instrument. In this we have two types of classification. One is marketable and second is non-marketable asset. Okay, one is marketable and other one is non-marketable asset. So first we will move to the what are marketable assets. Okay. Here what it said, marketable assets are those assets. Marketable assets are those assets which can be easily marketable. Means those assets where we can easily buy as well as we can sell. For them we called as marketable assets. Okay. For them, wait a minute. For them we called as marketable assets. Understood? Marketable assets are those assets where which we can easily marketable, we can sell as well as buy, as well as which can be easily transferable from one person to another person. Okay, marketable assets where we can transfer from one person to another person. For them we called as marketable assets. Example, we have shares, debentures, government securities, mutual funds where we can marketable. Okay, where we can buy as well as we can sell and we can transfer from this one person to another person. Understood? Okay, marketable assets means are those assets where we can easily marketable or we can tradable, where we can buy as well as we can sell, as well as we can transfer those assets from one person to another person. For them we call as marketable assets. Okay, now one by one we will study. Okay, in marketable assets we have shares, we have debentures, we have government securities, we have mutual funds. Okay, first we will study what is shares. Hope you know the meaning of shares. Okay, see, shares means usually we can tell it is a company's capital. Okay, share we can say it is a company's capital divided into small equal units, which is known as share. Okay, share means a company's capital is divided into small equal units. For them each unit, okay, in small equal unit is divided. For each unit we can say it is a share. Okay, in simple terms, okay, in simple terms we can say that a share is a percentage of ownership. Okay, it is one kind of percentage of ownership in a company or financial assets. Investors who hold shares of any company are known as shareholders. Okay, understood the meaning of share means a share means we can tell a company's capital. Company's capital is divided into small equal units. For that each unit we call as share, where it has some in percentage basis. If a person holds like any a company's share means we can tell him a company's shareholder. Okay, next come debenture. Okay, debenture means debenture we can say is a medium or long-term debt instrument which is used by large company to borrow money at a fixed rate of interest. Okay, the interest paid them in a charge against profit. Okay, debenture we can say it may be a short-term or long-term debt loan means which are used by large companies where they borrow money. They will borrow money at a fixed rate of interest. Okay, the interest paid by them charge will be against profit. Okay, understood about shares as well as debentures. Debentures means where it is a long-term or short-term loan where the company borrows money in a fixed rate of interest. Okay, next we will be studying government securities. Okay, government securities means it is one kind of we can say it is one kind of bond or other types of debt obligation. Usually that is issued by government. Okay, government with a promise that they will repayment upon the security on certain maturity date, means on certain times they will repayment those amount which they have borrowed. Okay, government securities usually will be under low risk. Low risk means why? Means something they have borrowed the money immediately they can repay those amount to that financial institution. How why there will be low risk? Because means they back their payment by the taxing power, because they have some, they will collect some tax through which they can repay those amount. Okay, understood? Government securities means, see, government securities means it is one kind of debt where government borrows money and immediately they can repay those amount, as well as here there will be low risk. Why? Means government can repay that amount to the financial institution by using taxing power by the government. Okay. Next is we have mutual fund. Okay, a mutual fund means, in simple words, we can say mutual fund means where there will be a group of people. Mutual funds means we can say where there will be group of people where they invest in mutual funds. Means group of people investing. It may be in shares or some types of debenture. Okay, understood? Mutual funds means where there will be a group of people, means it may be 10 to 15, 20 group of people where there will be invest. For them we call as mutual funds. Group of people will be investing. The price will be starting from minimum. Minimum price will be like 500, 1000, 2000, like lakhs together. Okay, understood? Mutual funds means where group of people will be investing on certain shares or debentures. Starting price will be like from minimum, it may be from 500 to 1000, 2000, lakhs, and 10 lakhs or 5 lakhs. This is the price ranging. The price ranging is from minimum to the maximum in mutual funds. Okay, means mutual funds means group of people investing. Here what happens? The price range will be from minimum to the maximum. Means it is not like restriction, this much only amount you can invest. No, it is from start from 500 or to others. Okay, understood? About see, mutual fund means here it says a fund company combines money from many people. Okay, many people from many people to make investment either in stocks, bonds, or money market instruments, or some combinations of. Here what happens? The smallest portion of the ownership in mutual fund is called unit, represents your proportion of the company's investment. Understood? Means here what happens? Combines money from many people. Okay, here what happens? Usually it is a group of people where there will be invest, means combine of people. Either they can invest in stocks, bonds, or money market, etc. Okay, where easily we can get some type of ownership. So this is called about mutual fund. Hope you know every day in television it will come ad about mutual funds, about Sachin Tendulkar. Every day we'll hear about invest in mutual funds. It is safe that Sachin Tendulkar will take and coming the ad in TV where the lady and Sachin Tendulkar will be there. Mutual funds. Hope every day they will come about mutual funds advertisement. Okay, understood? Mutual fund means group of people invest. It may be in stock, bond, share market, or money market, etc. Okay. So this was about marketable. Okay. Next, while coming back to the second major classification is non-marketable assets. Non-marketable assets. It is the opposite of marketable. Here we can say that non-marketable assets are those assets which cannot be easily marketable. Okay, which cannot be easily marketable or tradable. Okay, non-marketable assets are those assets which cannot be easily marketable or which cannot be easily transferable from one person to another person. Understood? Here what happens in non-marketable assets, where the assets which cannot be easily marketable, means which cannot be easily buy or as well as we cannot sell in the market, or these assets we cannot transfer from one person to another person. For them we call as non-marketable assets. Like we have bank deposits, we cannot transfer this from one person to another person, as well as we have some provident funds. Provident funds we cannot easily transferable, as well as we have pension funds we cannot easily transferable, or as well as we have LIC policies which cannot be transferable. For them we call as non-marketable assets. Understood? Means non-marketable are those assets which cannot be marketable, means which cannot buy or as well as we can sell, or which cannot be transferred from one person to another person. For them we call as non-marketable assets. In that we have bank deposits, provident fund, we have some pension funds or LIC policies where we cannot easily transfer from one person to another person. See, a bank deposit is a bank account. Okay, it is a one deposit account is a bank account usually which is maintained by various financial institutions in which a customer can deposit the money or can withdraw the money. The deposit accounts can be of two: savings account or as well as current account. Saving account means where we can save our surplus fund in the saving account, we can withdraw. Current account means which is used for business transaction purposes. Savings account which is for saving, where suppose I have deposited money, it is my savings account. Current account means which are used by various business transaction purpose. Okay, understood? Bank deposit, hope you know the meaning, means it is an account which is maintained by financial institution in which a customer can deposit or can withdraw his or her money. Okay, deposit may be of savings account or current account. Savings means we can tell for individual purpose. Current accounts means which are used for business transaction purposes. Next, we have PF, that is Provident Fund. Okay, Provident Fund is another name of pension fund. Another name of pension fund. Its purpose is to provide employees with lump sum payments at the time of exit from their place of employment opportunities. Hope you know the meaning of Provident Fund means. Provident Fund means it is one kind of lump sum of amount, means huge amount at the time of retirement of his employment, where he can get some huge amount. That for them we call it Provident Fund. This bank deposit, this Provident Fund, where we can easily not transferable from one person to another because they are non-marketable. Okay, Provident Fund means it is one kind. It is another name of pension fund. Pension after his retirement he will get, means Provident Fund means at the time of his existence, means at the time of his retirement, a person can get a provident fund after his retirement or after his firm exists of job. For them, for those we call as Provident Fund. And one more we have LIC policies. Okay, LIC policy also which we cannot transfer. Okay, see, life insurance policies means it is a contract that pledges a payment of amount to the person assured, means a nominee on the happening of event insured against. Unfortunately, it may be sometime it may be death if the occurs earlier. Means LIC policies, it is one kind of insured policy we can make where we cannot transferable this. For some for them we call as LIC policies. So this was about financial instruments. Okay, we have studied its meaning and classification. So with this, we have completed the structure of Indian financial system, that is financial market, financial institutions, as well as financial instrument. So in this today's class, we have studied about financial instrument. Okay, financial instrument. It is a where are those assets we can tradable. For them we call as financial instrument. Okay, classification was marketable and non-marketable. Marketable means those assets where we can easily tradable, or we can buy, or as well as we can sell, as well as we can transfer from one person to another person. Example, shares, debentures, government securities, where we can easily market, buy and sell, or as well as we can transfer from one person to another person. While coming to the non-marketable, non-marketable means are those assets which cannot be marketable, or we can buy, or we can sell, and we cannot transfer from one person to another person. Like we have bank deposits, provident fund, as well as pension fund, we cannot transfer, or as well as we have LIC policies. So in the coming class, we will be studying about what are the issues in financial system. Okay, issues in financial system.